topping today's news, Prime Minister Davis calls out the opposition leader for missing the signing of the Grand Lucayan Agreement. The opposition says there are too many unanswered questions surrounding that Grand Lucayan deal. The Minister of Health in Switzerland for the 78th World Health Organization session, and police investigating a suspicious death in South Beach on Sunday. This is your JCN Evening News. I'm Jareno Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. Prime Minister Philip Davis at a PLP men's branch meeting on Sunday, slamming opposition leader Michael Pintard for his absence from the signing of the heads of agreement for the sale of the Grand Lucayan Resort, saying Mr. Pintard not only missed the signing, but he missed a moment and a chance to stand with his fellow Bahamians, with his fellow Grand Bahamians, when they needed to see unity, vision, and leadership.
When the people of Grand Bahama needed him at the Grand Lucayan signing, he didn't show up. And he was invited. When the country makes progress, he goes silent or snares.
Are you serious?
When it's time to support something good, he finds a way to stand in the way. Why? Because what's good for the Bahamas is bad for the FNM.
The Prime Minister then spoke of how he has come under attack by the leader of the opposition and other FNMs at their recent zone meetings. Well, the Prime Minister, who has not responded to those attacks on Sunday, fired back at the official opposition leader.
Michael Pintard wants to lead this country. But I have a simple question. A simple question. What real job has he ever had? What has he ever built? What has he ever managed outside of press conferences and political complaints? Real responsibilities. Now I ask, if Pintard never had a real job, who's been paying his bills? Because if someone has always been paying his way, that means someone else has always been in charge. And if someone else is in charge of his life, how can we trust him to be in charge of this country? That's not independence. That's not leadership. That's dependency.
The official opposition is now in a statement saying it welcomes any credible progress towards the redevelopment of the Grand Lucayan and the economic revitalization of Grand Bahama. The statement said the FNM recognizes that this represents movement on the long-standing effort to revitalize Grand Bahama's economy, an objective they share, but they want details and transparency. The FNM said it has formally written to both the Prime Minister and the developer to request briefings on the agreements, details, timelines, and anticipated impact. The FNM said that while the public has been made aware of the broad project or the broad projected ambitions, there remains important aspects of that deal, that transaction, that have yet to be clarified. In a statement released on Friday, the government shared more on the details from that Grand Lucayan deal with the Concord Wilshire Company. It was revealed that the resort was bought by a company called Ancient Waters Bahamas Limited, which is a subsidiary of the American-based Concord Wilshire. The price, $120 million. The sale includes the 56-acre resort property on the beachfront and a 168-acre reef golf course that will be redesigned by Greg Norman. The government says it has spent approximately $63 million over the last 3 years to maintain the hotel and prevent it from falling into disrepair. That cost will now be transferred to the new owners. Meanwhile, in a separate written statement on Friday, Nate Sirang, president of Concord Wilshire, revealed that a company called Bahamaland Investments will acquire the Port Lucayan Marina and Grand Bahama Yacht Club that will complement the redeveloped resort and Port Lucayan Marketplace. Prime Minister Philip Davis, at that PLP men's branch meeting on Sunday at the party's Farrington Road headquarters, left no doubt that his party is gearing up for the next general elections.
Comrades, now is not the time to get comfortable. Now is the time to get battle ready. PLPs, let's take a moment to be honest with ourselves. We have come a long way. But this is not the finish line. This is only the beginning. We still have communities waiting on reliable water, families waiting on affordable energy, young people waiting on a fair shot, small businesses waiting on a strong economy. We have done a lot, but we have a lot more to do.
The Prime Minister told PLP members to remain focused and avoid infighting.
We have made too much progress to let it slip away. We have done too much good to go silent now. And we've got to prepare ourselves, not just for the next election, but for every conversation, every community meeting, every vote who needs reminding that the PLP is the party doing the work. This is not the time for division. That's our only enemy. That's the only thing standing between victory and defeat. Division. This is time for discipline. This is not time to get tired. No time for fatigue. This is a time for focus. Because the battle ahead won't be won on Facebook.
Are you serious?
It will be won at the doors.
Are you serious?
In the streets.
Are you
In the
serious?
churches. In the shops. And in the homes of everyday Bahamians. That's where trust is earned. And that's where we will win. So I say again, get battle ready. The fight is coming. And we're going to meet it with unity, with purpose, and with power.
The Prime Minister was speaking at the PLP's Men's Branch Hype Sunday event. Again, that was at the PLP headquarters on Sunday. The final story in this segment, police have launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the death of a man yesterday in the South Beach area. According to the preliminary reports, it was shortly after 9 a.m. when police responded to a residence off South Beach Drive where they discovered the dead man near a shed with a barbed wire around his neck. Police say the death is suspicious and autopsy will be performed to determine the exact cause of death as their investigations continue. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.